Hello, I would like to show you your next project, and this one is your stained glass design, which is shown on page 114 of your textbook. Here are the supplies that you will need. You will need some white paper, you will need some acrylic paint, black, you will need some glue, and it can be any brand of glue, in a small squeeze bottle, and you will also need a small brush and a container. After you've decided on your design, you will draw your design on your white paper, and keep in mind how the stained glass windows are divided into sections. That will give you the stained glass look. The first thing that you do will be to draw your design on your paper, and then you will mix your black tempera paint in with your white glue. And I've just put mine in my glue bottle and I shook it up. And after you have it mixed up, then you're going to take your glue bottle and just squeeze out your black glue on these lines. Now, don't worry if it kind of globs. That's just something that occurs. You may want to practice on some scrap paper a couple of times just to get the feel of how much glue is going to be coming out of your container. Now, if this doesn't give you the look that you want, one thing you can do is to put some of your black glue in a small container like a jar, and then take a small brush and then just paint those black lines on. Several students that don't like the little blobs of glue, they will use their brush. Just make sure you don't spread it on too thin. You want it kind of thick to give you that stained glass look. After this is completed, a very important part of this is to let this glue dry, and so this may be the next day before you're able to put color on your stained glass. This is usually an upper grade activity, maybe 4th through 6th and higher, just because of the small motor skills that are used in creating this project. I'll show you an example here that in a few moments that a younger child might use. Now, after your design is dried with the glue, you can add the color, and the color can be from crayon, it can be tempera, acrylic, even chalk, whatever medium you choose to use. Let me show you one alternative way of approaching this design. Your textbook calls for you to do your design in the glue first, but you can also draw your design and put the color on it, then take your glue and put in your stained glass edges. So either way will work, whichever one you choose to do. When you do it this way, you really don't have to wait for the glue to dry. Okay, let me show you a few things that have been done in the past. Now, something that's really great about this project is that you can talk about the beautiful stained glass windows in Europe and in some of our area churches or in homes. Maybe even show some pictures to the students of the beautiful stained glass and the colors that were used. You can bring in a lot of art history with this project. This one, this student found the basic design on the internet. There's a lot of free stained glass designs there that you can use, and then she put her own creative touches in. She colored this one in with Crayola. Another one I thought was really interesting, a little bit abstracted, but she created some sections in the background, and then this one is done with a crayon. This one I thought was really interesting. This is done with tempera, and of course all the black areas that you're seeing are the one that's done with your black glue. Here's another one. This is an interesting design. The interesting background in the black is your glue. And this is one I wanted to show you that even a younger child might be able to do. This was done with white glue. Didn't mix any tempera paint or black paint in it at all, and they just made a doodle design. Do you remember making doodle designs when you were young? And this way they can squeeze that squeeze bottle with their hands and get their design. And after it's dried, then this one was done with chalk as far as getting the color in. But it's a great project for children, gives you some great art history. So I hope you enjoy this project.